Hi guys, it's Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty scared of encountering spiders right now. We're operating on a strict don't look down policy. This grass is also pretty adamant about tickling the backs of my knees, so we may have to relocate. Before we get into today's very dreamy video, I wanted to tackle 2 orders of business. The first order of business, got scared already, oh gosh. If any of you guys missed the little post that I had on my Instagram and Tumblr a little while ago about about sending in your submissions to 2 questions that I posed for the opportunity to appear in one of my next videos, I just wanted to kind of pose it to you guys here today, because while I got a ton of really lovely submissions, which thank you so much guys to everyone who sent your answers in, they were so beautiful and I can't wait to incorporate them. But I really want to have as many as possible, and I want to kind of give as many of you guys the opportunity to send your submissions in. Basically what I asked you guys on Instagram to send your answers to one or both of the following as a DM to my Tumblr or on my Instagram. So the questions are: option 1, what is the happiest or most beautiful thought or image you can muster? And option 2, briefly describe your favorite memory. So you can send one answer, you can send an answer to both, you can basically send as much as you'd like. Be sure to include your name if you'd like to have credit to your submission, or if you'd prefer to remain anonymous, you can do that as well. Moving on, now on to the second order of business. If you guys could leave me any video requests or suggestions of videos you'd like to see on my channel down in the comments below, that would be cool, so I can kind of get a better idea of what you're looking forward to, because I have like a couple videos I've been working on, but they're not going to be done for a while because I'm kind of taking my time, because there's like travel involved and things like that. But in the meantime, I would love to hear what you're most excited to see. So please leave your suggestions down in the comments. And I don't typically publish makeup tutorials on my channel, but once in a blue moon, and if I'll feel like it, I'll throw one into the mix just as like a fun way to sort of break up the content. But I think my last one was probably like a year ago. But I had an idea to make a Dreamy Midsummer edition, perhaps. So please let me know if you'd like to see one, or if it would just be kind of random or not. So yeah, let me know. And moving on, let's get into this video. For today's video, I just want to share a brief thought with you guys and hear your responses to it. As you can see from the title, it's about dreams, because everyone talks about pursuing your dreams. Everybody wants to make their dreams come true, but dreams is such a broad term, and when you're just talking about dreams, obviously it's broad because it has to encompass the dreams of everybody, it has to encompass every possibility of a dream that someone might have. So obviously it has to be a general term. But the thing is that when we start to contextualize dreams in terms of our lives, when we start to think about dreams, our dreams specifically, I feel like, at least from my perspective, dreams still remains just as broad and just as general and just as vague of a term. That's difficult, because how can you kind of go about making your dreams come true if they're so vague and they're so difficult to kind of imagine in your mind, and they're so difficult to visualize and to grasp and make tangible? If a dream is just to be happier, if a dream is to become successful in one way or another, or whatever a dream might be, say your dream is to become an actress or a singer. When you think about this dream, how specific do you get when you imagine it? Is it just very hazy and romanticized and glorified? Because that's the difficulty with having a vague dream, is it's very easy to romanticize it because you're not focusing on the details of the day-to-day or of the little tangible realities that you would face if you were to achieve this dream. And to clarify, when I talk about the sort of practical elements to a reality of a dream, I'm not trying to bring up negative aspects to reality or things like that. But the reason I bring up the details is because ultimately it's those details that are the most important. What I mean by that is that it's the details in your day-to-day that are the most compelling. Like, it's the details that make your life, that make you, you know what I mean? So the details are incredibly important. What is my hair doing? There's also, oh my god, there's a bug, there's a fly, go away. Okay. Say for example, my dream would be to live in this is just one element to an ultimate dream. You know, it's just, when I say a dream, it's basically, what I'm talking about is how you want your life to turn out at some point. I also think that while we're on this topic, this very vague topic, there's bugs all over my camera. Go away. Like, it's worthwhile to note that a dream can be comprised of different phases. So you could have one kind of overall dream for how you can kind of visualize your life being when you're older, when you're at a certain point in your life. And that dream is not mutually exclusive from your dream for yourself like 10 years prior to that, you know what I mean? I have ants crawling over me. And you could also have a different sort of idea of, oh my god, that thing is so strange. It's like this strange, like, there's like this strange tadpole fly thing in the air. Just landed. It's creepy. It's cool too because it's translucent like my hair. So that's why dreams are so difficult to talk about, because I could have multiplicity, is that the right term for this? Like a multiplicity of dreams, or basically I could have just infinite dreams within a single dream. So that's just to give you an idea of how complex dreams can be. The reason why I think that what I'm about to tell you is important to remember while you're sort of on a journey to pursuing your dreams. Even prior to that, when you're even just trying to identify what your dream is or what you sort of want your life to look like at different points in your life. I think it's important to continually visualize the details. So to give you a practical example, let's say for instance that one facet to my dream is that when I'm older, down the line, when I have my own family, I'm able to have a beautiful house that I can transform into a beautiful home where my children can grow up in an environment where they feel continually inspired. Okay, so let's say that's just a basic. Sorry, hold on, wait, you guys. It's a fire truck. So that's a pretty vague, open-ended dream, because who wouldn't want a beautiful house? Who wouldn't dream of having a gorgeous place to go home to? It's a pretty generic dream. What makes this dream yours? What details bring this dream to life in your mind's eye when you imagine it? So I'm going to give you an example of a detail that can actually bring this vague dream to life and allows you to imagine it and to visualize and to really feel it. So in my case, I've always wanted to have a window seat. So for any of you guys that aren't familiar with what a window seat is, it's basically when you have like a nook, like a little seat built into a window. So oftentimes it's like a floor to ceiling window, and you have this cute little like seat, little cushion built into it, so you can curl up with a book, with your cat, with your dog, with a throw blanket and hot chocolate, and watch the rain, watch the snow. It's just a super cozy little feature to houses, and I've always thought it was amazing, and I've always just imagined how beautiful would Sundays be if you had a little window seat to kind of watch the world go by from the comfort of your blanket. So personally, my house doesn't have a lot of windows in the basement. It's like we're in like the family room, which is in the basement. So when you're kind of hanging out with your family or watching something or reading something, you feel kind of more closed off. Whereas with a window seat, you'd be able to kind of just, you would be able to witness the world without having to go outside. So that's a very specific detail that enables me to kind of visualize an aspect of a future me. It's a very basic example, but that's what I mean. So what I just wanted to do with today's video is to just kind of share this idea of kind of breaking big dreams down into minute details that are really wonderful to just meditate upon and to contemplate. And I think that the positive ramifications, the positive results of allowing yourself to kind of use your imagination and to daydream about the details is twofold. That sentence is kind of complicated, but basically that I think that the positive results of performing this sort of a mental exercise are twofold. So firstly, doing this makes you happy because it's just fun to visualize things that bring joy to you and puts you in a positive mindset. The second positive effect of doing this is that it enables you to ground something big, scary, and so far into the future as a dream. In reality, it allows you to ground that dream and visualize aspects to it. And as small as that seems, as kind of unimpactful as it seems to just visualize details, the more clarity you have and the more detailed your vision, that's one step closer you are to actually bringing it to fruition. So the reason I actually wanted to make this video was not just to kind of talk to you guys one-sidedly, not just to kind of like talk at you guys, but I really want you guys to perform this exercise, this mental exercise, and to imagine a detail of your dream. Just one detail, it could be more, and please share it down in the comments below, because I think that it'll just be so, firstly, interesting to learn your dreams, obviously, but also just like really cool to scroll down and read for all of us to read each other's comments and to really see just the very practical, normal aspects to dreams. Because if you say my dream is to be a singer and to perform or to live in Hollywood or whatever these like big dreams could be, it's so far away, it's so distant from us, but seeing very small details kind of makes it relatable. But I just think it's so inspiring and useful, because rather than say that, for example, like someone's dream might be to live in Hollywood, become a Hollywood star, or a singer, or a writer, or to perform on Broadway, or to be a doctor. Whereas being able to kind of pinpoint these very specific details makes them more, I guess, relatable and also achievable and human. I also kind of wish there was someone like filming a behind the scenes blooper reel for me as I try to get up, because I'm honestly like genuinely terrified that there are little families of spiders nestled in my dress right now. We're gonna go for this. I had an idea to maybe like film this myself, to vlog this. My little headpiece, Few People headpiece, is like a piece of it is dangling in my peripheral vision, and I keep thinking it's like a giant bee. Just really scary, but I don't think it's a safe thing to vlog this right now, because my camera might suffer the consequences if there are creatures building a beautiful home on me right now. Yeah, I really hope that you guys will leave your details in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it, and so on and so forth. Leave your suggestions, your video requests. Just make this comment section count, is what I'm saying. And that's it. I love you all very dearly. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one.
Forever. Hold one up and then